my name is Amy, for the ones that don't know me yet. And this is Joe,
Hello.
aka Dr. Bonehead, for many of you that already know.
Yeah.
And we are here to talk about...
Japan.
Our trip to Japan.
Yeah, people have been asking, so we're here to share how our trip went, what we did over the 10 days that we were there, and for those of you who maybe are considering going to Japan someday, this might be helpful for you as well.
Yes, and a bit of background, we recently got married, so we were like... Wait.
You gotta do it right. You gotta do it right.
So, I was like, wait, let me put it well.
Arrange it.
For those of you that don't know, of course, we got married, and we wanted to go to Japan as our honeymoon plan. So we were saving a lot for that. For those that don't know, Japan can be expensive. Especially since I'm from Puerto Rico, our wedding was in Puerto Rico, so we had to fly all the way from Puerto Rico to Japan. So that meant a few stops in airplanes. Well, one stop.
Yeah.
And then directly to Japan.
Which I think is normal for most people, so.
Yeah. That's true.
Considering it's so far away, you're gonna have multiple layovers and such. So we actually got pretty lucky, but yeah.
That is true. We researched a lot of articles and everything, and we found an article that was like, if you're going to stay in Japan in 10 days, here's like a schedule, an itinerary that you can follow. And we basically copy-pasted it, but also made it our own. So it ended up being more of our own than exactly following the schedule of that article.
Right.
But, so we want to share what worked out with us. So maybe it'll help you if you want to go to Japan and stay for 10 days or anything like that, or around 10 days. That's what we are going to share. So
yeah, let's get into it.
So here are some things that we packed that might be helpful for your trip to Japan. It was definitely helpful for us. So packing lightly. So that's the first thing that you should do when traveling Japan, because you're going to be walking a lot. You're going to be using the transportation system a lot.
Yeah, it's, aside from just the normal stuff, just we made sure that we brought any extra phone chargers, or this isn't counting any of the stuff we got in Japan that we prepped beforehand, but we also got compression socks for the airplane ride, which I know helped her especially, just because it was such a long ride, right?
Yeah, definitely if it's a really long hour flight, I recommend that.
Yeah, and we brought some warm clothes, like a jacket, just being prepared. Even though we packed light, we did have at least one jacket, because it can get a little cold, it can get kind of rainy, depending, especially if it's spring. We went in spring, so just research the weather conditions and research the season that you're going, and don't just bring like one set of clothes for one form of weather,
Actually, I left my jacket, so...
Yeah, we had to buy one there.
We had to buy one over there.
Yeah.
Which was totally fine.
Yeah. And then the last one would be like portable chargers, because we were always on the go. And sometimes we would leave at like 7 a.m. and get back at like 8 p.m. So like having something to rely on if you need to charge your phone or charge any electronic that you have with you was really good, really important. So at least have one portable charger that you're bringing with you.
Yes.
Storage, compression boxes, and cubes.
Yes.
Those were great for just like sorting like dirty clothes and like new clothes, or separating like various things into a way that was easier to pack. It's not just loosely in your backpack, it's all like sorted. Those were definitely great.
Yeah, and for us, the type of backpack that we used, it was just like a normal school bag, I would say, like a big school bag.
Yeah.
There are better backpacks, like, for example, the ones that do go on hikes or something like that. So you can definitely check out those backpacks if you're thinking of walking a lot.
Yeah, for sure. But that's about it.
Let's
hop into Tokyo, our first destination.
Our itinerary, in summary, was the following. First, it was Tokyo.
Right, I should probably...
Yes.
Yeah, Tokyo.
Then we went to Hakone. After Hakone, we went to
Kyoto.
And after it was Osaka.
Osaka, yeah.
Yes.
So over the 10 days, we went to all 4 of those places.
So when we arrived in Tokyo, we arrived in Haneda Airport. And we stayed in Tokyo for 3 nights.
3 nights.
3 nights.
3 nighs.
Yes.
And we basically we scattered it around, but we essentially dedicated each day to like exploring a different ward, I think, of Tokyo. So we stayed in the Ikebukuro ward. I think that's the right word. Which is and we stayed at the Sunshine City Prince Hotel, which is right next to the Sunshine Mall, Sunshine City Mall, which was really fun. That had the Pokemon Center and that had like a Studio Ghibli shop and all kinds of restaurants and such, like literally right next door. So if you're somebody who wants to shop, like that's a really good shopping place, especially if you want to get like souvenirs and stuff. And if you're a Pokemon fan, they have all kinds of stuff there. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Best Pokemon ever made, Lapras. There you go. Proof that Lapras is the best. I mean, we also got Mew and Squirtle, so I guess that's a thing too.
But yes, if you're a Pokemon fan, go to Sunshine City Mall, because the Pokemon Center will be there.
Yeah, only one of 2 in the world.
Yeah, and lots of Pokemon Go things too.
Yeah, and Pokemon Trading Card Center and like a Pokemon Sweet Shop. It was like, they had everything. It was crazy.
And there you can also, if you're a Studio Ghibli fan, there's a store there for that, for all those fans out there.
Yep.
And a One Piece store.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We just started reading, so we didn't want to stay there too long, but it was really cool. I could tell One Piece fans would want to stay there for a while.
Oh, definitely. Cool. There are some interesting, fun things that you will see.
Yeah. So, a couple of rapid-fire places we went to that we would visit if you're in Tokyo and you're traveling around and trying to see some cute little places. We went to the Tokyo 2D Cafe, which is a great place to take some pictures, get some desserts, and just kind of chill for a little while. It was a nice break in between our day of going out. It looks like you're in the land of 2D, which is freaking awesome. We then went to Tokyo Tower, which was doing like an anime collaboration. We got this little thing here. It has a beautiful view of all of Tokyo. So if you want to impress people by showing how large Tokyo is, definitely Tokyo Tower.
And watch out for those anime collaborations in Japan, because Tokyo Tower had an anime collaboration, and the time that we went, it had Tokyo Revengers for those anime fans.
Yeah.
I know there's a part where you can either take the stairs down to go down at a certain spot in Tokyo Tower, and you can have the option of taking the elevator, but for those that can and are able to, take the stairs, because you will see anime
if they do it
cameos.
Again, I hope they do that again. I'm sure they will, because we saw all kinds of fun little Easter eggs.
Yeah, there were
going
a
down.
lot of Easter eggs there. Definitely take the stairs. If you see an anime collaboration, they might have something.
Yeah, they might. Yeah. We went to the Meiji Jingu Shrine, which was a really cool historic and obviously like a very important religious place in Japan. It was really, really cool. They had a lot of they sold up these little charms that were cool. And I was kind of sick while we were there, so I got a charm for getting over my sickness, and I got better. I mean, this isn't sponsored or anything. I'm just saying, like, thank you very much, Meiji Jingu Shrine.
Oh, and also for those Persona 5 fans,
that's true.
You might see Meiji Jingu Shrine at a certain part of Persona 5 hanging out and stuff. So.
And then let's just talk Akihabara for a minute, because we ended up, I kind of wish, when we go back to Japan, I think we'll definitely spend more time in Akihabara, because there was like so many stores. That's like the nerd, geek, anime fan, video game fan area of Tokyo. So if you want to get souvenirs, we got a ton of figurines in Akihabara.
Oh my gosh.
Like a ton of...
Oh, definitely. I have to show this that we got in an animated store, I believe you know who this is.
Japan is a very big fan.
Very big fan.
Of Genshin Impact.
Of Genshin Impact.
Yeah.
And it was the only place where I saw a big Baiju and a big billboard.
Yeah, Baiju was like, he had his own slot off in the corner because he was getting released in a few days, and he had his own little corner. It was crazy. And there was actually a whole area where they had pillars with Genshin characters. It was pretty wild. Okay, we had a couple figurines here that were really cool. So this one I actually got on a discount. It's a from Chainsaw Man, Makima. She's so beautiful. I mean, yeah, so this one was cool, though, because they gave it to me on a discount, because she's supposed to be holding something, but she's not. So.
And I'll also show another one, which is from a very popular anime. It specifically is popular because of a little girl that does very many expressions. And
That's a lot of clues. That's a lot of clues.
And she has pink hair. So.
Hey! Let's go.
I love Spy Family. Wait, there she is.
That's so cute.
And she's with Bundle.
Bond.
Bond in English.
We're in America. We're back in America. It's Bond.
I watched anime in Japanese. So.
I do too. And the guy who we bought it from, he gave us these like cute little astrology charms.
Yeah.
He was like, "Thank you so much. You want one of these?" And what are you? I was like, "I'm a Virgo."
Yeah, it was very cute.
Us, yeah.
He was like, "Where are you from?" Oh, here's a free thing for you.
Yeah.
Also, this is for let's see, an anime guessing game here.
Okay.
The music is so good in this anime.
Wow.
And there's
nice
this
one.
boy, the protagonist is this boy that goes into this universe, virtual head, put things on the head and the swords and stuff, and there's a lot of fan servicey girls, but he picks one out of all of them.
Wow. How original.
Asuna!
Woo! It's a really cool figurine.
It's a really nice figurine. I mean, look at that. She's having like her own picnic.
Figurines were really, really inexpensive, especially just compared to America. So.
I also wanted to mention in Akihabara, there's a lot of like arcades. There's cat cafes. There's this really nice ramen shop that one of our friends mentioned to us. Yeah. So it was really good. I'll pop it up here so that you can see it.
It was really, really like a small little cute shop that was kind of like off the beaten path a little bit, and it was awesome. It was really, really great.
Yes, and also in Akihabara, there's this anime shop where you can actually see it in the anime Steins Gate for those Steins Gate fans.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was like, when I saw it.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out.
Yeah, and then we also went to the Square Enix Cafe in Tokyo. That was one other thing I forgot to mention. Yes, Akihabara. We went to the Square Enix Cafe. It was doing an Octopath Traveler 2 promotion, so we got a couple of these cute coasters. After we got some drinks, they gave it to us for free. So there you go. It was like random characters that we had to open up, so that was fun too.
And for Persona 5 fans, as well as any fans of Japan might know about Shibuya and the Shibuya crossing. We did go to Shibuya just to see the crossing because we had so many other things we wanted to do.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of people. Warning, a lot of people, especially at night.
It was packed.
Well, at day, I believe, as well. But we went during the night. And we saw the famous dog statue there and just the crossing. Yeah. And people playing guitar and everything. So it was cool. It was just like I'm a Persona head, so just like in Persona. Me too. I was like, man, it's real. It's like that's where they announced the thieves. Right. Yep. So that was cool. That's kind of a rough summary of Tokyo. Aside from all the different restaurants and stores we visited, that was what we did in Tokyo for 4 days, 3 nights. So then we went to Hakone. So with Hakone, it was a more rural area. That's where the famous Mount Fuji is seen at. So I wanted to see Mount Fuji, so we had to go there. So what we did was go from Tokyo to Hakone. We took a highway bus there. Make sure to schedule it beforehand and get there early because we got lost and we literally got there a minute before it left. And that was crazy. We boarded and then it left. Like as I was sitting down, it was crazy. Yes, because definitely that's another one of the tips. We're gonna do a tips video later. Yeah. But one of the tips is to make sure to make time in your schedule to get lost. Yeah. And be early to places. I think for the bus, it was like we got confused because it was like a separate building and the GPS didn't tell us that, and then we had to find the floor and so definitely prep for extra time. Yes. So we stopped at Yamanakako Park. Yamanakako Hananomiyako Park. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Which is in springtime. they put tulips out.
Yeah.
It changes, the flowers change with each season. So on a clear day, you can see Mount Fuji in the distance. And that...
Gorgeous Mount Fuji,
Wow.
taking up your entire horizon.
gosh,
it
yes.
was gorgeous, and I feel so bad for the people who can't, because like it's definitely has to be a clear day, so you have to kind of prep around that, you know. It's unfortunate that we overheard some other tourists who got there a day after and they couldn't see it, and we were like, oh, thank God.
Even on the highway bus, that's where you first see Mount Fuji.
The
when
whole
you're
ride,
going.
we were like,
Yes.
we had to sit apart, but we were just like looking at each other from the front and the back, like texting each other rapidly.
And near the Mount Fuji area, where the Mount Fuji mountain is, Kawaguchiko and area, you can also go to Fuji-Q Highland, which is also like a famous or popular spot there, where you can go to Naruto or Boruto, Fuji Hidden Village.
Yeah.
Those Naruto fans out there.
Yeah.
As well as other roller coasters and other stuff. We couldn't go personally, but
Right.
we did pass by it. So
yeah. Next time.
I recommend it. Yes.
And then just in general, as far as Hakone goes, we stayed at a ryokan where they had a personal hot spring, which was very, very nice. If it's something, definitely at some point we recommend staying in that hot spring at Hakone. It's known and famous for its hot springs. So whether it's a personal one or a public one, it's definitely recommended. We also went on the ropeway, the Hakone ropeway, right?
Yeah, so this
Yeah.
was all, I found an article on if you want to enjoy Hakone, a one-day trip, let's say, all the popular sites that you need to see. So we used the Hakone Free Pass, which we'll talk about that more
In the tips
in
video.
The tips video.
Yeah. So yeah, aside from, so it was kind of like an all-in-one day. We went boom, 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 and did a lot of things. So yeah, there was the Hakone Jinja Shrine, which was really beautiful. It was a long line of pictures, people who wanted to take pictures. We were waiting in line like 40 minutes or something, at least.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, and then we did the boat ride, a pirate boat ride, pirate ship, which was pretty fun. And then that was right nearby the Jinja Shrine.
Yes, exactly. And there's scheduled times for the pirate ship, so make sure to check out the scheduled times. And after that, the boat took us to a place where the railways
Yes,
were
the
gonna be
ropeway.
at. The ropeway, yeah. So the Hakone ropeway, there's also a restaurant. If you want to eat there, get there early. The restaurant closes at 3 p.m.
Yeah, we got there too late.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
I wanted to eat omu rice there, but that's okay because we went to Osaka.
We'll
More
talk
on
about that.
later.
Yeah, we did the
call that.
ropeway, and at some point we also did the open air museum in Hakone, the Hakone
Yes,
Open Air Museum,
Hakone
which is
Open
pretty cool. Unfortunately, it was raining when we went there, so the whole time we were kind of huddled on our umbrella outside,
yeah.
but it was still very beautiful and cool. And they had a whole Picasso.
Picasso museum.
Yeah, they had a
Yeah.
whole Picasso museum there as
Yes.
well.
I mainly wanted to go there because there's like a spiral staircase with
Yeah.
how do you call that?
Stained glass windows. Yeah, that was very cool.
That was
Very,
really
very cool. And
pretty.
you can see the whole open air museum from the top. I was starving we were both starving one time, wandering through the town at night, and the only restaurant that was open was a pizza place, and we were like,
That is true.
our saviors.
That is true.
So we had some pizza at Hakone. It was very fun.
After our trip to Hakone, we went to Odawara as our next destination, as an in-between
Yeah.
from Hakone to Kyoto.
Yeah, and we went to Odawara Castle. We have a little souvenir from that. Just a little, the little castle here.
The Odawara Castle.
Yeah,
there.
hey, there it is.
Hey.
Oh, and this is the one where you can actually see the castle if you look into the
That
hole.
is true.
Yeah.
I forgot about
I don't
that.
think the camera would pick it up, but it's like a very similar. I don't even know. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's Odawara Castle. So that was pretty cool. Just like a neat little historic site. They also were selling like dango and stuff outside.
Dango. Yes.
And there was, Odawara right by the ocean, so it was very refreshing. Then we went to Kyoto. We arrived in Kyoto, and we went to a couple places there. We enjoyed this nice tea ceremony that was in.
Oh wait,
yeah.
how many
Oh.
nights we stayed in Hakone?
2 nights in
2
Hakone.
nights in Hakone.
Yes.
Odawara, we didn't stay there. We was just passing by.
Right.
Because we took the Shinkansen from there to Kyoto.
Love you, Shinkansen. So then we went to Kyoto from Odawara, and we stayed there for 3 nights. We did a few things in Kyoto, very beautiful city. We did this very nice tea tea ceremony, the Maikoya. Yeah, the Maikoya tea ceremony, where you can like rent a kimono and you can participate and learn about the history and like the culture surrounding tea ceremonies in Japan. That was very neat, and then that was in partnership and collaboration with a Samurai Ninja Museum. But yeah, and then we went to, because we're fans of the anime Chihayafuru, and we, so much so that we got little karata cards and started playing it ourselves. We visited this little shop.
Yeah, so it's called the Oishi Tenguro Karuta shop. That was an us thing because we loved the Chihayafuru anime.
A personal little stop.
Yes, and since it's based on a real game, poem game, so we had to go there, and it was just a cute little shop, and they had all Chihaya things, and they were like, do you know Chihaya Furu? And we were like, yeah, we know Chihaya Daisuki. So it was really nice. Also in Kyoto, there's this place called the Nishiki Market where there's a lot of sellers around, and in Nishiki Market I got souvenirs from there. There was like a shop selling like really nice chopsticks, really decorative.
Right. Very fancy.
Very fancy.
Yeah.
And there was this like handmade fan shop where I also got this beautiful fan.
Ooh, okay.
Handmade fan. And they could like inscribe any word like love, mom, or anything. So we chose love, which is, of course, because our
adorable.
Honeymoon right there. Oh my god.
There you go.
So it's a little thing.
Yeah.
And lots of good food there.
Tons of fish and everything. It was
tons of fish,
crazy.
Of course. Yeah. And there was a Wendy's First Kitchen that was also in collaboration.
Yes.
And guess what anime it was?
Tokyo Revengers. It can never. Every turn, every corner we looked, there was something Tokyo Revengers. It was crazy.
Yeah, and they were giving out these limited time keychains of Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah.
So I don't have it here, but I was like, I feel like I'll get Mikey, and I actually got Mikey.
It was there was like 8 different characters she could have gotten, and it was totally random, and it was Mike. I don't know how she does it. We went to a bamboo forest, the Arashiyama bamboo forest at one time, just briefly, because we wanted to see it. It was tons of bamboo. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool area.
So we also went to the Kiyomizudera temple area,
yes.
which is a very popular temple as well there. And you can also watch it in some anime where high school students go on school trips, which is actually true. There were a lot of
tons of students that were there.
Middle schoolers that were there. So
definitely.
Yeah.
Fushimi Inari, Taisha Red Gates, tons of photographers there. Again, it was raining when we went there, so we couldn't experience it quite fully, but it was still very neat. There was tons of things inscribed in the gates that we couldn't understand, but like, I don't know, it was just a very neat photogenic spot.
Yeah, so. And it's also a spot where if you watch a lot of anime, you might have seen this and some anime as well.
And then our final city destination was Osaka, and we stayed there for 2 nights. And Osaka was very cool. We did a few things there as well.
Yeah, so we stayed in the Dotonbori area.
Right.
In Osaka. So
tons of pachinko machines.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Everywhere. If you like pachinko, Dotonbori's got your back.
That's like the nightlife.
Yeah.
The nightlife
big
is
nightlife.
Dotonbori, a lot of food in Dotonbori area.
Yeah.
And that is also where the omu rice was.
Yes, and the restaurant we went to claimed that they were the one, and they had like a little newspaper article that they were the ones that invented omu rice. They had like their own story and everything, and we were like, okay, this is legit omu rice. You know, this wasn't just any omu rice, legit.
Yes,
so.
And we just decided to go to that restaurant because I was like,
it was open.
It's near. It's
you know,
open. It's
she was
near.
looking for omu rice.
And it's like, it's the omu rice place. And you can see signatures of like celebrities and stuff that were there in pictures. So
nearby is not a park,
Yes.
Yeah, which
we
all
went.
the bowing deer. Maybe you've seen them before.
Bowing deer.
That was like an addition to the schedule because she really wanted to see the bowing deer, and I almost got devoured live by them. So that was fun. You can feed them, but they will swarm you if you feed them. So just keep that in mind.
Yes.
They were really cute and cool.
Yeah, I got that idea from a friend of mine that went to Japan, and I was like, I gotta go see those deer, and they are very friendly.
Yeah.
If you have food, you know?
They were really cool. Yeah.
Just watch out for the bites.
They will nip at you and like, where's the rest of my food? And then the final day in Osaka, we went to Universal Studios Japan, which was very fun. And I want to show a couple things that I got there that you will not get at Universal Studios anywhere else. Check this out. Yoshi, you know, he just laid a couple eggs. No big deal. Yeah, there he is. That's my boy. That's the goat of Mario. Universal, they had a whole Mario theme going on. So we got a few Mario souvenirs. The entire Mario section was very, very impressive. Like
Super Mario.
And Amy's not even a huge Mario fan by any means, but you gotta admit,
I've played Mario and stuff. But
Right.
It was really impressive.
it was just pretty crazy how much they had in that area.
I mean,
So,
Bowser's Castle.
Peach's Castle.
Peach's Castle.
Toad had his own cafe. You know, they had a whole Mario Kart ride and a Yoshi ride for kids. I'm so sorry, Kinopio.
Cafe.
And King Koopa's castle.
Koopa is Bowser, of course.
Yeah, and of course Teresa. Boo.
Oh, that's
Teresa.
true.
Teresa.
Teresa.
Yeah. And they had a Jujutsu Kaisen collaboration at Universal, so we got a few of these Universal Jujutsu Kaisen pins. They had like a 3D short film featuring at the
4D,
park,
yeah.
or 4D, yeah. So that was fun.
Yeah, and these ones are specifically to Universal because in the 4D film they show the Jujutsu Kaisen characters like
eating popcorn, and pointing at the rides of Universal, you know.
Putting on hats from Universal.
Yeah, hiding in the buildings. Yeah.
So it was really fun. I wanted to go there for Attack on Titan, but of course that ended. That theme ended. They change every few years or something like that, every couple of years.
Right.
What the theme is gonna be.
Yeah, right now it was all Mario. Everyone was wearing a Mario hat, you know.
Yeah,
people were there for Mario.
And when talking about anime, it was Jujutsu Kaisen this time. Yeah. And there was an Anya detective thing that we couldn't do,
but that was
Anya was there as well.
Yeah. And there was of course the Hogwarts and so tons of stuff to do at Universal, so that was fun.
And that's practically
it. Yeah.
For our 10 full day trip in Japan.
Yeah.
It was probably more like...
It was like 11 days, 10 nights. Yeah. So we got back, the next day we flew out of, not Haneda this time. We flew out of Osaka. What's the airport called? Itami Airport. Yeah, which took us to Haneda. And then Haneda took us back. So, when we say 10 days, schedule an extra day for flying or an extra 2 days for flying. 100%.
So that'll be like 12 day in a way, but 10 full day schedule that you can actually enjoy in Japan.
Yeah, and fun fact, this video was filmed using a suitcase we bought in Japan. The camera resting on the suitcase. I'll take a picture there and send that to Amy to include in the video.
That is true. We Don Quixote. So I don't know how it's called over there, but it's Don Quixote stores. So we definitely recommend those stores if you want to get some extra souvenirs and or suitcases for souvenirs.
It was a cool shop. We got some merch there and some fun magnets and stuff. So that was our trip to Japan. We'll do a tips and tricks tricks that you can do in Japan with your skateboard. Tips video, just tips at some point.
Yes.
So that'd be fun too.
Yeah, of course. And definitely check that out because it's everything you need to know before Japan and once you arrive. So
yeah. That's
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Yes.
We'll see you for the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Take care.